I'm going to be sharing with you 5 books that are on my reading list for this Christmas season and December. So I have a little stack of books here. Okay, anyway, so this is my Christmas reading list, and I'm going to save the best for last. The best, in my opinion, for last. That's not to say that the first one or the first few are bad or the worst. I'm just saying, like, the best one I'm saving for last because good things come to those who wait. I was so excited when I found this in the thrift store for $1 because I have been wanting to read it for the past few years just because I love the movie so much. It's such a good movie. Let It Snow. This one book is actually 3 books written by 3 different authors. The characters within each of the stories all live in a small town called Gracetown, and it's Christmas Eve or maybe the day before Christmas Eve, and there's a huge blizzard that comes through town. It kind of changes everybody's lives. Their stories kind of overlap, and like the events happening within the town create one big story. You can also watch the movie on Netflix. And the next book on my reading list, I haven't bought it yet, but it is called Love Story on Christmas Eve or something like that. It's actually an Advent book. I just thought that the idea of an Advent book was a lot of fun, and so that's really the main reason why I'm getting this book. The story itself, the synopsis of the story actually sounds not bad itself either. It's basically about this girl. She has a business where she makes window displays or something, and then on Christmas Eve, a bunch of teenagers ransack her display. She talks to like the Santa Claus in the mall, and he gives her like some advice, and then the security guard at the mall has to help her fix her display. And the next morning she wakes up and she's like stuck in a time loop, so it's Christmas Eve again and her display gets ransacked again, and she has to keep going through this time loop until she does something right or something. I don't really know. It's an Advent read, and I just thought that would be a lot of fun. Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret. Benjamin Stevenson. I was so intrigued by this book because it's kind of like a detective mystery novel, and it's also a Christmas novel, so I thought that that sounded like a lot of fun. I've never read anything like that before. That's why I got it, because I just wanted a Christmas book that would be like a little more thrilling, I guess. Like, I like the cozy reads and everything, but I also kind of just want something, you know, a little bit psychological, I guess. It's not very long either, so I should have time to read the other books that I want to read as well. Up next on my reading list is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, and I have this really beautiful copy. I got it from like a little independent bookstore, and it's just this beautiful hardcover copy. So I've actually had this in videos before on a reading list, but I never got around to reading it. I don't know why, I just didn't. But I want to actually start it this year, and hopefully I will. So I'm gonna try to be a little more disciplined, or at least this winter, even if I don't end up reading it by Christmas time. Hopefully I'll get into it by January. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So I have this really beautiful copy that I found at a thrift store. This, of course, is like probably one of the best, like after the literal story of Jesus. The pages are trimmed with gold, engraving kind of, I guess, in the front and the back cover. So to be honest, I've actually had this on my Christmas reading list for a few years, but I never got around to reading it because I don't know why, I just didn't. I just always was waiting till it was closer to Christmas, and then suddenly Christmas would just be already here and I'd be so busy doing like family things, so then I wouldn't have time to read it. But I'm kind of happy that I haven't read it yet, because I feel like the reading experience is going to be a lot better now, because who wouldn't want to read such a beautiful book like this? Actually has a photocopy printing of Charles Dickens' real handwriting. Crazy. The Nativity. I had to save that one for last because it is the best one. I am excited to read the story of baby Jesus on Christmas Eve. I just feel like that's the perfect story to read on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, because this season wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for the Nativity. Even if you're not religious or you don't believe it, I highly recommend reading the Nativity story. When you read it, I promise you will feel like Christmas just has so much more meaning to you. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. And please consider subscribing if you like the video. I talk about books a lot, and I talk about a lot of other cool stuff. So comment below and tell me what books or stories you're going to be reading this Christmas, because I'm always looking for new things to read. Even just like short stories that you have on your reading list this year, because I feel like there's a lot of really good short stories that don't get very much credit. Anyway, so Merry Christmas and have a good night, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching!